Communication in Context, Module 1. Okay, let us begin our lesson in viewing the pictures. How are they related to communication? After viewing the pictures above, what do you think the cartoon characters are doing? The nature of communication. Communication comes in various forms, from the simple nodding of heads, stretching of hands, raising your eyebrows, up to your daily conversations with your friends over the phone. Constant exchange of text messages are some of the regular and common examples of how humans communicate their thoughts, their feelings, their ideas, and insights. When you exchange ideas with someone or you send information to others, you do it in two ways. You either use words or gestures and facial expressions to express what you want to say. This is what we call the verbal and the non-verbal communication. When we say verbal communication, we are using words to express our thoughts, feelings, and ideas. But in non-verbal communication, we are using gestures and facial expressions to express what we want to say. Nature of communication. Number 1. Communication is a message understand. For communication to take place, we have to consider two conditions. First, there should be a clear message. Of course, kapag meron kang mensahe, kailangan malinaw. Second, the message must be understood by the receiver. So, paano maiintindihan ng receiver ang iyong message kung hindi malinaw? So, kailangan, if you are the sender, you need to deliver a message that is clear and concise. Number 2, communication is social interaction through message. Think of someone telling it's very warm today. In this case, we are communicating what we feel or experience physically. The weather being warm is what we feel or what we experience. Thus, we may say that communication is a sharing of experience. In our society, we all interact with messages. Without interactions, a society cannot survive. Social interaction is through messages. We discuss problems and arrive at solutions. We exchange ideas and interact with others. We transact and then we negotiate. Imagine a situation wherein we are not able to speak and interact with others, or think of a family living in the same house without speaking to each other. Such situation can be very lonely and problematic without communication. All forms of human relationships will vanish and die. Therefore, communication is crucial in building and maintaining relationships. Process of communication. Oftentimes, we fail to communicate effectively, which results to misunderstanding or miscommunication. Why do you think these things happen? And what are the ways to avoid them? Communication begins with a speaker or a source of information. Communication responds to a stimulus and decides to encode or transmit it in a form of messages. The receiver decodes or interprets the message sent to and responds accordingly based on his own interpretation of the messages. This response comes in the form of a feedback sent to the original source or the sender. As the communication continues, the sender and the receiver may exchange roles until understanding is achieved. But barriers to communication sometimes block the transmission of the messages, thereby creating misunderstanding. Functions of communication. These are the following words are some of the main reasons why we communicate. We communicate or people communicate to inform, to clarify, to buy, to teach, to criticize, to inspire, to question, to understand, to learn, to persuade, to express, to promote, to affirm, and to motivate someone. So these are just some of the many reasons why we communicate. From the lists above, we realize that communication serves many purposes, whether we are at home, in school, at work, or at play, we engage in communication. Therefore, communication is everywhere.